A viral weight loss trend is being blamed for a shortage of diabetic drugs. Celebrities and influencers are using drugs like Ozempic to help with weight loss. The injectable drug improves blood sugar and heart function, but it also suppresses appetite. Dr. Jessica Bartfield works at Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist Weight Management Center. She says it's important that patients understand the goal of these type of drugs currently on the market.
I think one of the most important aspects of this is the differences in which medications are approved for type 2 diabetes treatment and which medications are approved for weight management, and therefore who are the best candidates to utilize these medications.
Dr. Bartfield says a lower dose under the brand name Ozempic is approved for treatment of type 2 diabetes, while a higher dose of the brand name Wegovy is approved for weight loss management.
And so patients who do not have a diagnosis of type 2 diabetes, but could benefit with this medication as a part of their treatment plan for weight management should be utilizing that dose, not using the lower dose kind of on that off-label approach.
Dr. Bartfield says both drugs should be utilized under medical supervision and after discussion with a healthcare provider. She says insurance typically does not cover the use of these drugs specifically for weight management. On average, she says those patients are looking at a monthly cost anywhere between $1,000 and $1,400. She did want to say this is great improvement in weight management and obesity and all that stuff, but with all the hype and things we're seeing on social media, she wanted to break down the differences between these drugs, like the Ozempic is specifically for people with type 2 diabetes, but a side effect of it is also losing weight, while the Wegovy is for those who are looking to maintain their weight.
It's interesting because it's almost like I'm afraid people would say this and say, I need that medicine, even though they may not be diabetic, just to try to lose weight, and that's a dangerous decision.
Right. I think a lot of people would do pretty much just about anything. It's just crazy that, that one drug, we've seen this before, is meant for one thing, but then all of a sudden people learn about more about it and find out that it's good for something else too. And so then all of a sudden it takes off that way.
Everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon, but she was saying, as far as like the coverage goes, if you're not a diabetic, you're more than likely not going to get coverage for it, but there are people who have benefited from this drug that, are dealing with weight management. So she says, health experts are working to make it more available for those cases. But also, people are like, oh, maybe I need to grab onto this so I can lose a couple pounds. This is for long-term use for people who really do need that type of weight loss and control. So she says if you are someone who thinks you might want to use this for a couple months, you're likely to gain all of that weight back.
Oh, interesting.
It is interesting. And I was just diagnosed pre-diabetic, like right on the edge. So I'm only 2 points away, or a point, I'm not sure how it works, but the doctor said I'm right at it, and he showed me what the numbers were. So
gosh,
probably not enough to get that drug. I'm not sure if I want it, yet at this point. I'm going to try to control it with diet, but they always say, and my friends that have been through this said, you don't want to go over that, because once you go that and you're diabetic, you're always diabetic.
Yeah, that is true. Wow. The best thing to do is just continue to work with your doctors, work on your health, and if you are someone who's considering using a drug like this, make sure you talk to your doctor and get that supervision.
That's right. Very important.